Please hope I don't break out. Look at all the flowers on there. The orchard still looks trash. Good morning. Welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. But this morning we're doing something. Oh, y'all look. Hello, little guy. Walk out the house. It's on the parsley. I don't know if it's one of the caterpillars that has turned into a butterfly or not. I don't know, but it's absolutely beautiful. We love those kind of surprises when you come out of the door. It's so pretty. Anyway, what are we doing this morning? Something really quick, honestly. Well, it should be quick. Beautiful day, overcast day. You know what that is? A perfect day to put seedlings outside. And let's just be clear, some of the seedlings under the thing is being eaten up. I'm not gonna worry about that today. It's not a lot of them, it's a few of them. I definitely know Brussels sprouts is one of them, but I'm still moving these plants outside because I want them to be outside. Also, we have like 3 or 4 overcast days coming. That's gonna be the first thing. We also have rain coming, which is gonna be the second thing. Now, putting these seedlings, the newest seedlings out here, might not be my best option. Truth is, we still have time. Over by the newer greenhouse, to put this little table. I think it's the same size as the table that's in the greenhouse. I went to Walmart this morning, and I didn't want to get the big one. I didn't feel like carrying it. I didn't feel like picking it up. I didn't feel like doing none of that. And I think this is big enough. If it's not, then we'll put some of them inside of the greenhouse, but the greenhouse door stays open at this point all the time. So one is gonna go on the outside, one is gonna go on the inside, and these seedlings that are ready, that have their first true leaves, at least their first true leaves, they're coming outside, guys. I need to go put my boots on real quick. So I know somebody's gonna be like, what about Puppy's area? Puppy will still have a good amount of area. This table also will not stay up the whole time. So just remember that too. I might end up putting it inside the greenhouse on the other side. It'll help to stabilize it, although I haven't had any issues with the stabilization on that greenhouse. So it might end up going in there, but Puppy is not going to lose her space. She'll still have space and she'll be fine, okay? Let me put some boots on. Oh, the other thing is I picked up some potatoes from the grocery store. So we're gonna plan out that bottom tier of the yellow green stalk. We are behind. It's about 3 days today. Today is the 18th. Hey, pup. Today is the 18th, so we're like 3 days behind. We still gonna do it because that's what I do. So I'm gonna move this for now, just so I don't take up the gorilla cart, just so I don't take up more of Puppy's space, but she'll still have space. Not to mention, Puppy actually likes to be like under stuff and inside of stuff. So I'm sure it won't bother her one way or the other. Pull up, okay? With this, yes. With this. Yeah, it's the same size as the table that's inside of the greenhouse. With that tree being gone, I can get some light over here, which gives me space for another table. And we love that for me. Girl, that got to come up. Oh, it does. I was about to say, absolutely not. I'm taking it back. Let's just move this for now. Right here for now. That's it. And so all the seedlings I'm bringing outside is fall seedlings. Other thing is, I don't know what the hurricane is. My daughter told me the name of it this morning, but that's coming through too. So I don't know, we'll see. Just so everybody knows, I'm not telling anybody else to do it. I always say that, but I want them outside. Also, it'll be a little bit shady, so that's cool too. And I went to Michael's this morning. You know, they sell, well, at least in our area, they sell fabric now. So I got some tulle to throw over these too. So let me get them and I'll be right back. The ceilings are not very big, but it is what it is. We gonna cover them. The other ones came out close to this size too, so I think they'll be fine. Now, what I don't know is if all these ceilings gonna fit on this table. But like I said, some of them can go in the greenhouse. The lettuce looks good for the way I decided to pot it up. Love that for me. Yeah, they're not all gonna fit. Okay, so everything is outside now. And I'm going to get some more tulle for the ones that's in the greenhouse because I only got one thing of tulle when I went today, which is fine. They're out here, they look good. I just need to make sure I cover them for sure. So let me show y'all. These are all the seedlings. this is pretty much everything. There's a few things in the house, I'll show y'all that, but the seedlings look good. They've been well taken care of. And there are ants in the greenhouse. I'm probably gonna put down some diatomaceous earth on the ground like I did before. I'm just gonna throw some down there for now because I don't have time to really fight them at this point. I have so much other things that I need to get done. I'm not putting it on the plants, but I am gonna put it on the ground. Hopefully they will move along like they did the last time, honestly. All right, y'all, let me show you what I still got in the house. So I did do my leeks, and you'll see that in the video later this week. Replanted some more kohlrabi. I left my onions and my shallots in here just because the onions and shallots that's outside are not doing very great. I left the snapdragons in here, the other herbs, left those in here, and then that calendula. Also, there is cilantro outside, but I left some cilantro in here as well. That's what's left in the house right now. If I have to start more, then we'll use this space again. Let's go plant the potatoes. Okay, so if y'all remember, I never planted out this bottom section of the green stalk. This is the lemon green stalk, but I never planted out the bottom of it. And I'm gonna plant it directly in the hole this time. That'll give me another thing to see, like, is it any different if I planted the way that I planted them earlier, which was much further back? Because I wanna see if they're gonna go into the middle of the green stalk or where they're gonna go. I just picked up some potatoes from the grocery store. I have a video that will be out Wednesday where I will show you planting them in bags. I've already planted them in the green stalk. I'm not going to just talk through that because, matter of fact, I linked the video where I already did it. I'm just gonna drop them in here right into the pocket this time, but still deep. And I need to put something here so I know this one is already planted when I come back around. I have my green stalk on spinners. I'll just sit it in there, and so it makes it easier for me to move it. The soil is pretty moist, so that's a plus. And we have a lot of rain coming, so even better. So I will have fall potatoes growing in this green stalk, and I also have fall potatoes growing in bags. Then maybe we could compare the harvest. And these are a yellow variety. They had really soft skin. I'm thinking they're close to a Yukon Gold, so they should mature pretty quickly. That is my hope. That is my hope. I'm gonna give y'all an update on the peppers that we moved to. I have a video that I recorded already for this week, so some of this stuff might look different when you see the next video, or we'll be talking about stuff we already talked about, but I'm trying not to say the same things over and over again. Finally got that pot planted out. I did what I came to do for fall as it relates to potatoes. That one doesn't have a potato in it, but we're not gonna replant it. This one still needed a potato, so we're gonna get it in here. And then I'm gonna give you an update on some of the stuff out here. So we got 3 things going on: potatoes in bags, which I got a video, like I said, coming out for that. Then we'll have potatoes in the green stalk, some planted differently to see how the growth, if the growth is any different. Done with that, excited. We got to get onto these garden beds, which we are going to do that this week too. So speaking of green stalks, someone asked me about fertilizing green stalks, and I did meet with the green stalk gardener, right? So basically what she said is that you want it to come through as a trickle. And so in my mind, what I'm planning to do is to make sure that the green stalk is completely watered. Like, I'm going to go through, touch my finger into each pocket. Well, not each pocket, at least one pocket on every level. Make sure that all the soil in the green stalk is moist. After that, then I'm going to pour the normal amount of fertilizer into the top of my green stalk. Then I'm going to watch the holes. This is one thing I always said around here. I learn by doing, I learn by seeing. So then I'm going to watch the holes on each level to see if it is making it to each level. She said you may have to put it through twice. Like, you might have to do the fertilizer twice. And so with that being said, I'm going to do that. And that was her answer to me feeling like it's going to be diluted. I think on their videos, they just pour it in and then they water. For me, it just feels like I'm diluting the fertilizer. And so that's the way that I'm going to fertilize it. I'm going to make sure that the tower is super moist, because in my mind, if it's moist, then it will slowly trickle to each level. And so I'm going to try that. I have not tried it yet because I've been focusing on everything else. flip side, you could just fertilize every pocket. And that's another thing she said. If she's growing something special, she will fertilize that pocket specifically as well. So want to throw that out there for y'all because somebody did ask me that. But that is what I am planning to do. Tell me down in the comments how you fertilize your green stock because I am very interested. In my mind, it's just being diluted if you put it in the top and then keep running water through it. But I could be completely and utterly wrong. But on to the peppers. Like I said, I was gonna give y'all an update. Everything still looks really good. I cannot complain about the way that they moved and the way that they transplanted well. It helps that we're about to have a lot of rain, so we love that. We actually have peppers that will be ready for harvest soon. Those are shishitos. That's another shishito. We got cayenne over here. We have new flowers coming and everything. And fall, your pepper plants will start to grow again because it's cooled down, and so that's cool. Well, at least flower again, so that's cool. And we aren't having a really big issue with ants and aphids, so that's a plus. And so over to the yellow ones, a lot of them still have the yellow leaves they came with, but the top leaves are a little more green, although they are also curled, so I don't know about that. And it's not super hot today, but it has been very hot here. The heat came back with a vengeance, y'all. It came back with a vengeance. So here's the other set. This is the other set of peppers. Got plenty of shishitos on here. I'm probably gonna wait for a few more days and then come and get all of the shishitos off of the plant. I saw a really big shishito earlier. I don't know where I saw it at. I was on the other side of the yard, but that's a weed that need to come out of there. Anyway, those are the habaneras. Keep showing y'all that. Those cayennes that were really producing, they're still producing. These are the poblanos, all left on the plant when I moved them over here. I didn't transplant these, but I moved the bag, and so they just kept going. And again, we have more flowers, so we love that. For me, jalapeno back here with a jalapeno on it, a few jalapenos. And I also went ahead and harvested the jalapenos off of that green stock pepper today too, because I was like, you need to harvest it so this pepper can focus on doing some roots and then producing a little bit more for us between now and the end of the season. The mosquitoes are out here, and y'all said lemon balm. Let's do that. Well, y'all said lemon balm and what do you call it, basil, but I want my lemon balm too, but it grows quicker than basil, so we got some lemon balm. Not everybody said lemon balm, and we gonna rub it on us. Hope for the best, right? Because I hope I don't have some kind of reaction. I eat it and drink it, so, you know, I think I'm fine, but let's see if this does anything for me. We're gonna watch it while we out here. That's lemon balm. Y'all said rub it on me. I probably didn't need this much, but these mosquitoes is plucking my whole entire nerves, y'all. I'm gonna just kind of put it everywhere. Maybe they'll completely stay away from me. And I'll let y'all know how this go. Well, y'all will see how it go. Y'all, I rubbed that all over me. Please hope I don't break out. Because I got the weirdest skin. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I hope I don't break out. Anyway, those pumpkins also, they got all kinds of pests in them. I think it's the leaf-footed bug nymphs over here. The little whitish gray ones are over here. They everywhere. Plant's still alive, so I'm not worried about it. But y'all, listen. Let me see if I can find any for you. It's just pests all in here. I just seen some. Well, there goes a squash bug right there. Can y'all see it? Well, it's two of them, because that's all they do is mate in your garden. I know I got one at least. Here goes some more right here. Probably the same one. Let's see. I just saw a cluster of them on one of these leaves. Maybe they've moved on at this point. I don't know. It's literally full of pests. And I still haven't seen an actual pumpkin that has been pollinated. But we're gonna leave this because the plant looks really good. I'm gonna step back and show you. The plant looks real good. So I'm happy about that. I would be happier if it would give me a pumpkin. Just one. I would be happy with one pumpkin, y'all. Also, I have decided I'm gonna leave these beans. I'm gonna let them drop and I'm gonna let them volunteer next year. They just gonna stay here looking messy until next year. The other thing I'm gonna do is leave this and let it harden. This is a honey boat squash, but you can see the vine looks absolutely terrible, right? I'm gonna save it for seeds. I just won't get any honey boat squash this year, and that's okay. And I'm gonna say save it for seed because I want to get a plant that's more hardy to my area. I think since I've been growing them, and I love them, they taste delicious. They kind of taste like a sweet potato, honestly, but it's a squash and it's really good. But I want to save the seeds so that next year I can plant these seeds and maybe it'll do better. So that's the plan with the honey boat squash. Well, this whole trellis and that pumpkin that was on this trellis, it looks like it's about to die. I'm just leaving it until I'm ready to pull everything out anyway. Also, we got some dipper gourds. We got quite a few dipper gourds. I'm super excited. Let me show you. That's a dipper gourd. I don't know if this one has been pollinated, but there's one right here too. Another one right here. Again, don't know if they've been pollinated, but they are finally showing up. I needed my fish emulsion and I needed a balanced fertilizer. That's what I'm going for. Also, y'all, I think this lemon balm is working. I haven't seen a mosquito since I put it on. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna keep watching, but I haven't seen a mosquito since I put it on. Not close to me. They're definitely flying everywhere, but not close to me. And I smell good. The watermelon are still looking good. I can't tell if they're really getting any bigger. I feel like this one did because it's like actually sitting on the ground and it was hanging. So the thing is, the vines appear to be dying though. Like, do I need to add some nitrogen, y'all? Y'all let me know. Y'all are helping me through this watermelon growing situation. But yeah, they're still here. They haven't fallen off of the vine or anything. They just don't appear to be getting much bigger. And I do believe those are sugar daddy watermelons. So in case it matters that it's a different variety. The black beans honestly look like they're molding. Tell me if that's normal. If it's not and like it's something I shouldn't eat, I'll just save them for seed next year. But it's giving mold. Is that mold, y'all? I got all the questions for y'all today. But they are pretty dry. And also, should I take them today with all of the rain that I have coming? I feel like that's just gonna slow down the drying process and they seem to be dry. Let me know. I haven't ever grown beans that I let dry in the pod for eating. So that's why I have all of these questions. Wait, was that a mosquito? No, I think it was just a bug. Y'all, lemon balm works. I'm gonna try basil the next time. So it does work. Oh, let me show you the tomatoes that we recently planted. So if you remember, we did a second crop of tomatoes to get another round of red tomatoes. And looky here, pretty sure that's gonna be a flower. So I think this worked out. This is a Homestead variety that is over here that I'm showing you. But they all look good. The plants look good. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some more tomatoes. And that's what I wanted. Whatever we get from these plants before the first frost, then I'm going to put that with the tomatoes that's in the freezer. And then I'm gonna can it all at one time. Well, I'm gonna make the sauce. I might end up freezing it. Y'all know I'm not like a big canner. I'm scared. But I have tried it a couple of times and I do have at least 1 or 2 videos, I think. But they were not informational. They were just, what am I doing today? Oh, the grapes. So I went and looked back in my videos. The grapes won't be ready until sometime in September. These are muscadine. And so just an update, the plant is still full of them. The plant is still full of them, but they won't be ready for harvest until September. So I'm not even worrying about it anymore. At this point, not worrying about it anymore. Vine is still full, just not ready for harvest yet, which is fine because by September, hoping is more like the end of September, but I don't really remember, and I don't remember the date on that video as I talk to you now, so that I can get the fall garden planted and then worry about grapes, because my plan is to make some jam that I probably can't really eat a lot of, but I can have a little bit of it. But my daughter absolutely loved it last year, so I'm gonna make some jam out of that when it is time for me to harvest it. Oh, let me show you the carrots. Let me show you the carrots. So I guess this is another mini garden tour. Let me show you the carrots, and we're not doing a full garden tour this week because I have things that I have to get done, and I'm not gonna be able to record a garden tour and get the stuff done in between all of the rain that we have going. So it's a mini garden tour. Also, there are birds all in that chicken area because I forgot to kick the thing back. I'm gonna get them out in a minute. But the carrots are looking decent. You can tell probably water might pool or something over here because these are looking much bigger than the ones over there. But I'm not going to do anything to this bed because I want nature to do its thing. And this bed stays pretty moist because it is in the shade, first of all, and it never really gets to dry out because we rarely are not having rain right now. We had a little spurt where we didn't have rain, but the amount of rain that's about to come is just going to wet this bed up all over again, and then it's gonna have to dry out all over again. But on the flip side, we don't have any of these carrots going to seed, so that's a plus. Okay, so listen, I am seeing mosquitoes come up to me, but they're not landing on me. I should have put some on my face, because they'll land on my face, my forehead, and everything. They are coming near me, but they're not landing on me. So I need to grow some more lemon balm is what I need to do, because it is absolutely working. Oh, that's so great. An update on these cosmos. They still beautiful, but they are very big. They are everywhere, and I don't mind. And I know a lot of people said, like, you're gonna have cosmos volunteering everywhere. Either I pull them out or I let them grow. It's kind of that simple. I'm okay with that. Oh, lavender, not looking like sticks anymore. Definitely getting some lavender on them. I love that. Lavender leaves. I don't think I'll get any actual lavender until next year, but I love that. I also think that if I prune them or trim them, that they would grow a little bit better, that they would grow a little bit more bushier, and I might do that. We shall see. Oh, what we haven't done is fertilize these fruit trees yet, and we will get around to doing that. Also, the greenhouse beds still look the same. We're gonna work on those this week too, so that's upcoming. This plant just pretty much failed, and I left it. I don't actually care at this point. That's a cucumber plant, and then the beans over here just have died. But look at the roselle. We love that for me. This is gonna be a big bushy mess soon. You watch what I tell you, but I'm happy. I don't mind it at all. I really don't mind it at all. And the tomatoes in the greenhouse, baby, they said we not done. We are not done. We're here and we're staying. And I love that. So this is a patio variety, which is probably what I will put back in here next year, because they are doing really good. They've been in since early spring, y'all. Look at all the flowers on that. Yeah, I like the patio variety for my greenhouse. Maybe I'll get other miniature varieties to put in there too. I feel like the purple rain might have done well in there, which, by the way, the purple rain, somebody told me not to give up on them. I was never giving up on them. They just weren't producing. Also, somebody told me not to prune them. I didn't prune them. They just look skinny because they had a hard life in this green stock in the beginning. But let me show you. We're gonna have some purple rain tomatoes soon. That's the first cluster that I have seen, and I'm very excited about that. But if you remember, this green stock was in a shady space, also in between T-posts. The T-post issue wasn't as bad as the purple green stock, but there was a T-post issue. It wasn't getting turned as much either. Also, don't think I fertilized it in the beginning. So, never was giving up on them. Also, never pruned them. They just look bad because they was in a bad situation. Also, look at the zucchini. We love it. We love it. I fertilized it with a balanced fertilizer. These are not opening. I'm paying attention. The flowers aren't opening. So like here's one right here that definitely didn't get pollinated because the flower didn't open. So what I think is because I wasn't doing a balanced fertilizer, that's why. But I've started now, and I'm going to do that at least every other week, and hopefully we'll start to get some zucchini. Honest truth, these are the best zucchini plants I had in the garden this year in the green stalk. And this is another one right here. And it looks really good in the inside, and you can see little female flowers in there as well. So I'm hopeful that I can maybe get some better zucchini out of this green stalk. The zucchini that was in the greenhouse early in the season, that did amazing. Anything that I put out in the garden, it did not. Whether it was in a bed or whether it was in a bag. So zucchini, if I get some out of that green stalk, maybe like the eggplants, I will plant zucchini in green stalks moving forward. But the sun is coming out. So it's supposed to be overcast, but the sun might come from behind the clouds throughout the day. See, it's going behind already. But speaking of green stalks, another situation is like this eggplant has been here, but it's not getting any bigger. Pretty sure it's because I need a balanced fertilizer, so that's fine. These peppers still don't look amazing, but it's okay. They were also shaded. This was the purple green stalk, which was the most neglected. But oh, look at this. These are flowering. This is that Aristotle, I think, basil. It's flowering. I'm not going to worry about it. I just let it flower. I have plenty of basil around this garden, so I'm not going to worry about that. But look, there goes the other eggplant I told y'all I saw coming. And this is probably one too. The beans look good in here too. So I'm quite impressed with the way this stuff is growing in these green stalks. I'm quite impressed, honest truth. I keep talking about the citrus, but I never show them. But if you were here when we planted these citrus out, look how much they've grown. They've grown a lot since we planted them out. I'm happy about that. Hopefully next year I actually get some actual citrus, some fruit But I just love the fact that they're getting established nicely. And thank you all for telling me places I can get pots, because it is on my list of things to do. Because what I want to do is get these into pots, and then I can grow for fall in these bags right where they are. And then next year I can move those bags and bring the pots back out. I do think I'm going to take my citrus in, at least for the first year. I do think I'm going to do that. Since this is a mini garden tour, the orchard still looks trash. The orchard still looks very much trash, y'all, because I haven't decided what I want to do with it. But look at this peach tree. I think I showed it from the other side the other day. Like, how dare you get that big? How dare you get that big? We're gonna cut that way down if we don't move this stuff all together. Just gotta figure out where. The apple tree, baby, you growing that big and they never gave me an apple. How dare you? Anyway, we gonna cut them all down. But that's the orchard area, because I want to get some sun in there for my comfrey. But on the flip side, y'all, look at these figs. They don't got no figs on them, but they got real big. That's another reason why I want to clear that out, because I think I could probably actually get figs if the figs could get some light. Also gonna cut those roses way back next year too, just so that they can be shorter instead of tall. we don't like that. Now I tell you what, these flies don't mind this lemon balm. The mosquitoes though, mosquitoes been done. So I'm not going to make this last longer than it needs to be. I just wanted to come say hey, show you what I'm doing. We got some long videos coming this week though. I hope that everybody has a wonderful week. Happy Monday. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.